Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe B Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So, literally, I just got my morning video out just about half hour or so ago. Things change so quickly with the Dallas Cowboys, it's not even funny. I was talking about Chase Young versus Micah Parsons and what to expect the second year. Hopefully we don't have a letdown. But we're having word here because I was looking at the salary cap situation. Currently we are $21 million over the cap, which sounds terrible. We have some of the bloated contracts that we have, but see, the Cowboys, as much flack as some of you haters out there said, if we weren't paying Dak Prescott all that money, we would end up having cap space. Well, here's the reality of it. The Cowboys ended up putting in 2 voidable years, which they have triggers that are built into the contract. A lot of you don't know, but last year they already took out $6.5 million of money and converted into guaranteed money to reduce his cap number from $22 million to 17. That's right, his number last year was only 17 million. And they can take out as much money as they want to on this thing. It's just basically kicking it down the road. The good thing about kicking it down the road is you look at our salary cap that went from 185 million, it's jumping to 209. And in the future, the cap is going to explode because of all the new money that's coming in. Now, let me clarify some stuff here, because I remember the many times that the Dallas Cowboys ended up restructuring Tony Romo's contract. People would say, see, that guy's a team player because he's worried about the team. He's giving money back. It's not giving money back. It's not. What it is basically paper tricks. Okay, it is basically taking one number over here and putting it over here. If you do your own taxes, or if you understand the different buckets they talk about, which, like, say your IRA, which is pre-tax versus after-tax, that it's different ways of basically getting you. They can get you now or they can get you later. Well, restructuring contracts is the same thing. It's basically a way of getting a tax deduction, we'll say, because the contract numbers don't change. They don't change. They just get shifted around. And so we'll go through. His current cap number is $32 million. $32 million. They'll probably drop that down to somewhere in the teens and give themselves some room. Now, he's not the only one that you can do that with. The key on this is this. If it's a player that you believe that you're going to have for the long term, it's not a big deal to shift it. When you think about 2026, some estimates were that the salary cap was going to be about $470 million. Then, paying $40 million in today's money versus a couple of years from now are two totally different things. You can do that. They did this with Tyron Smith's contract over and over and over again. Where it hurts you is when you get to the point where you're on the edge of, is that player still capable of playing? It's not the original numbers that you signed him to. It's all that money that you put down there. For example, payday loans. It's great. You can go ahead and get that money out front. But the longer you wait to go ahead and pay it, sooner or later, it's going to be a big balloon payment, and you have to have it. And that's where you end up with a lot of dead money. So you don't want to take a guy that you figure you're going to cut next year and restructure. So like last year with Jalen Smith, that wouldn't have been one to restructure because you're going to end up having more dead money later. Unfortunately, with Jalen Smith, they should have cut him before the March 20th deadline and not have had that contract guaranteed. But, be that as it may. So Dak Prescott's contract, you can look at as a piggy bank. They can take money off of that at any point. They've done that with Romo. They've done that with DeMarcus Lawrence. They've done that with Tyron Smith. They've done it with Jason Witten. They've done it with the multitude of them. So saying that we're in cap hell, you're not really in cap hell. But restructuring Dak at this point says there's players that we want to keep on the roster that may be bloated salaries. We have rolled the dice year after year with Tyron Smith. He always starts out, he's been working out, he's looking great and feeling good. But then the reality is he's always missing now games from 2016. He's missed a minimum of 3 games a season, 7 this year and 14 last year. The question is, do you roll the dice and say, we're okay with that $17 million cap charge and the possibility of him not being able to make it through the season? There's some tough decisions that have to be made, but getting this cash now helps to minimize some of those 21 free agents that we potentially are going to lose. And that's where we are. And I hope to see you guys this afternoon. I'm going to be doing my keto. Going to make some keto chili and some keto wings. Check them out and see how they work for game day. Might end up being a winner. Something I want to do all the time. Hope you have a great day. Be safe out there and keep the faith. Peace.